Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Sawyer Center as our Southern Nazarene Crimson Storm ladies take on Oklahoma Christian Eagles. Storm coming in with a record of 2-3. The Eagles sitting at 2-7. Mirroring on the men's side of this rivalry, the women's side of the Southern Nazarene Oklahoma Christian saga dates back to the first year of basketball at Southern Nazarene. The women's team at SNU played its first season 1974-75, and the fourth game on that schedule was indeed Oklahoma Christian. The 92nd meeting between these two teams on the most of games between any opponents in school history. Oklahoma Baptist is second with 89 games. The Crimson Storm step back out of GAC play for the final home non-conference game tonight and look to bounce back from a GAC sweep in the lands of Harding and Arkansas Tech. The Eagles are also looking to snap a two-game slide with single-digit losses to Texas Women's University and West Texas A&M. I'm going to send it now to my partner, Glade Pittenger, just to grab a sense of how deep this rivalry is. Glade?
Well, the Eagles have owned this rivalry recently by having won each of the last three meetings. The last time SNU actually knocked off Oklahoma Christian was back in 2012 and 13 season on their way to the NCCAA National Championship. The Eagles, however, beat SNU twice that season, including the NCCAA Central Regional. The last time these two played was the 2013-14 season, and OC scored a 79-60 win over SNU. It was a three-game skip by SNU to the Eagles was preceded by a 13-game winning streak that spanned 5 years for SNU over Oklahoma Christian.
That is a heated rivalry to take back up this season, especially tonight here with both teams, as I said earlier, coming in on a two-game skid with our girls struggling with the teams likes of Arkansas Tech and Harding. Chelsea Savage for the Storm is second in the GAC and 24th in Division II in assists per game with 5.4 assists. Abby Boyd comes into the week ranked fourth in GAC in scoring at 18 points a game. So she and her teammates are all lighting it up out on the field. Chelsea Savage doing a great job, as usual, getting her teammates involved and making sure they get some points on the board. As a team, SNU is second in the conference in three-point field goal percentage defense, as opponents are hitting just 27% from beyond the arc. The Crimson Storm are fifth in the conference in block shots per game at 3.4 per contest and fifth in steals per game at 7. LaShabra Plunkett certainly has something to do with that, as she seems to get a block or two or even three about every game. She's doing a great job of defense awareness and not leaving the help side and leaving her teammates out to dry. Great job. I'm going to send it over to my partner Glade for some stats to break down between both teams. Glade?
Well, so far the opponent is 30 points ahead of us. They got 348 while SNU has 318. And the points per game is only like a 6-point difference, so that's very, very close to get together. And the field goal percentage is only like less than 1% off, so very, very close as far as percentage. And they're both very even at the free throw line as well. SNU 64%, while Oklahoma Christian is 68%. So a lot of close numbers right here.
Absolutely, Glade. These teams almost mirror each other, as we've noticed throughout the contest so far this season. The Storm and their opponents are very close, and as far as statistical numbers go, and it's proven in the game, they've had some close games here in the Sawyer Center. They are a different team at home, and it's paying dividends for them when they're in front of this home crowd here, in front of these Storm students and parents. Some other stats here for you for both teams. Storm averaging 13.4 assists a game, whereas Oklahoma Christian averaging 12 assists per game. Turnovers are a bit of a problem for both teams at 17 for the Storm and 18 for Oklahoma Christian. Steals about 7 for the Storm as well as 10 for the Eagles. Attendance for each game is about the same for both teams. The Storm could be a little more support here from the students and the parents and faculty here, and I believe that's going to turn around here. The ladies look to turn around from their two-game skid in Arkansas, and they look to get a big win today. Some team statistics as well here. For Oklahoma Christian at 72 points per game, just about 10 points more than what the Storm's averaging so far. So the Storm look to close out on some of these shooters here against Oklahoma Christian. What do you think, Glade?
Yeah, I think SNU's had a little rocky start this season so far, but have played extremely well at home. So they definitely know that they can finish up the job right here after that road trip and just come bounce back from those two games with the win tonight.
Absolutely. One thing I'm noticing here between both teams is a rebound differential and free throws. Rebounds, the Eagles are averaging 45 rebounds per game, which is an alarming statistic for any team that you're going up against, no matter what capacity level you're playing at. The Storm she'll look to block out and close out on the shooters tonight. And also, free throw attempts per game, 18 for the Eagles, as they're just able to get to the line, only 13 for the Storm. So the Storm will look to not foul early. That seems to be a bit of a problem here for our ladies, but I believe Coach Doors has been able to clue into his team and connect with them to show their hands when they're on defense, slide their feet, and let the officials make the right call. Some other things we're going to look forward to tonight, some players' impact for the Storm. Glade, who are you looking out for tonight?
Well, I think Abby Bell is definitely one of them, leading all scorers with 18 points per game. But Oklahoma Christian, on the other hand, has 3 players averaging double-digit points. Sorry, Abby Boyd, my mistake. I guess Sarah Parker for Oklahoma Christian is averaging 15.2 per game, and then Mackenzie Stafford 13.9 a game, and then Addie Cliff 10.8 points per game. So they got 3 people who can definitely score the ball. So those are 3 people to look out for.
Absolutely, Addie Cliff, the freshman out of Kiowa, Oklahoma, she's making an impact here for her team. She didn't really get much action early in the season, but these last 4 games she scored in double digits, some 20-point games even. So she's got to give the Storm some problems. Another alarming thing here for the Storm is Sarah Parker, as you mentioned. She's shooting 47% from three-point land, 16 out of 34, averaging 15 points per game. She's shooting better from three-point land than she is from the field at 40% from the field, and also 84% from the free throw line. So I'm really looking forward to see how the Storm go to connect against some of these hot shooters they have for Oklahoma Christian. On the flip side, the Storm, we got some pretty good shooters in their own right. Abby Boyd, as Glade mentioned, shooting about 27 out of 32 for three-point land, as well as Adrian Berry, who's just lights out, I believe from at home especially, shooting 7 out of 22 for the year. That's 31.8%. Averaging 9 points per game for the freshman. She's coming off the bench, so she's doing a great job of providing some energy and some life for her team when things tend to go stagnant. As you mentioned, Abby Boyd averaging 18 points per game. Looking to see how Rachel Dornerman goes up against the post players for Oklahoma Christian, averaging 9 points per game and 5 rebounds a game for Storm. She does tend to get in foul trouble early, so she'll hope to look to show her hands when she's playing on defense, being that help side, and just go straight up when players are going up for layups. Who's one player that we can't look out for? We can't forget to look out for? Danielle Gaddis. She is a monster. She is practically a walking double-double when she's playing in front of this crowd here. She does a great job of being in the right place and blocking out for her teammates, Glade.
Yeah, she's a two-way player. She can get it done offensively when she needs to, but it's very strong defensive players. So it always helps when you have a player that can play 2 ways and bring wins to the team.
Absolutely. He's some great players for both teams, some hot shooters and some great rebounders. We're going to take a quick break here. When we come back, we'll have the starting lineups and tip-off for our game here. Don't go anywhere. You're watching SNU basketball here at SNUathletics.com.
What did I say when I was
Welcome back to the Sawyer Center, ladies and gentlemen. Starters for Oklahoma Christian just announced. Number 5, Addie Clift, freshman from Kiowa, Oklahoma. Number 11, Sydney Hill. 15, Asia Martin. 21, Mackenzie Stanford. And number 33, Sarah Parker. And now starters for your Southern Nazarene Crimson Storm. 5'5" junior guard, Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, Abby Boyd. 5'11" freshman out of Oklahoma City as well, Adrian Berry. 5'6" junior guard out of Hamilton, New Zealand, number 14, Chelsea Savage. 5'7" junior guard, also out of Oklahoma City, Danielle Gaddis. 6'1" freshman out of Goddard, Kansas, number 42, Rachel Dorneman. Head coach Derek Doris in his 4th season for the Storm. Storm again looking to end this 2-game skid here against the Oklahoma Christian Eagles. This is the 92nd meeting between these two teams. Storm lead the series 54-37. Looking to make it 55-37 tonight as they look to ball out tonight against some of the sharpshooters of Oklahoma Christian. Clay, anything you're looking forward to tonight?
Yeah, I'm just looking forward to seeing a good game, and I think putting Adrian Berry in at the starting lineup, that she was coming off the bench, like who was a McDonald's All-American nominee. I think she's going to provide a lot of offense and defense as in the starting lineup. So let's look forward to a good game.
Absolutely, she provides a lot of energy for her team, and that's never need enough energy when you're on a basketball team. Looking forward to tonight. Tip is up, and it is controlled by the Eagles of Oklahoma Christian. Looking to move the ball around and try to penetrate this defense. Abby Boyd giving her all she can handle. And they get a turnover in the first possession of the game going to Danielle Gash. She gives it over to Chelsea Savage. Chelsea Savage trying to break a little trap game by the Eagles. She does. Flips over to Gash. She's wide open. Takes the jumper. No good. Goes right back to the Eagles, going back the other way. Holding, firing, no good. First shot by Sydney Hill is no good, but the rebound is controlled by Addie Clips, sensational freshman for the Eagles. Sarah Parker going to fire up a deep 3 and hit. And her first shot of the game.
That was good.
Full court press there by the Eagles. Adrian Berry just dribbles right around it. That was too easy. Abby Boyd looking to cast up a 3 of her own. No good. Danielle Gaddis, who else with the rebound, up and in. Great job there by Gaddis to get the box out and put the ball back up in. Both teams looking to push the pace a little bit as Mackenzie Stanford, another great player, flips it up and in on the quick score.
Oklahoma Christian will really bring that press early, try and force some turnovers.
Chelsea Savage with the ball holding, trying to set up the first set of the offense for the Storm tonight. Up early 5-2, with just 8.5 minutes left in the first quarter. Still look to find something. She's got Abby Boyd on the wing. She dribbles in, gives it over to Dorneman. Dorneman gets swarmed by Addie Clift, but I got a call there on the floor going back the other way in favor of the Eagles.
Well, looks like she got hacked on the hand right there, but the ref saw travel first apparently.
Absolutely. Must have slid that pivot foot before the contact. Sydney Hill bringing the ball up, looking to chip into this lead for the Storm. Down 5-2 early. Going up against Savage. She gets a shot right in their face, but no good. Good defense there by Savage to force the bad shot with a hand in her face. Savage gets swarmed by Addie Clift. She's able to collect herself and push the ball up the floor. She has Abby Boyd on the wing. She flips over to Dorneman. Dorneman with the mid-range jumper and good. Great team basketball so far by the Storm.
SNU's getting some pretty decent ball movement right now. Oklahoma Christian is taking very early shots in the shot clock every possession.
Great drive there by Hill, and they're able to set up their press yet again, but the Storm are able to break it real easy. Barry had Boyd wide open on the wing. Barry tried to flip it over to Dorneman, almost a turnover there, but the foul call on the floor. Number 21, Mackenzie Stanford, 6-foot junior out of Perkins, Oklahoma. We got some subs early for the Eagles. Their starters are going to stay on the floor. Got to come off the floor. Addie Clift is the lone starter left on the floor. Chelsea Savage getting a screen from Barry. She gets nearly trapped at the top of the key, but another foul call against the Eagles.
Two very early fouls in this game is definitely what SNU is looking for.
Foul call on Daisha Gonzalez, 5'8" senior at Edmond, Oklahoma. Just a silly play right up there at the top and trying to trap again. Chelsea Savage makes them pay. Adrian Berry all alone under the bucket.
Looks like Oklahoma Christian loves to bring that pressure, but it's left a player wide open every possession. So just keep looking for that open player every time they like to trap.
Good shot there by the Eagles. Good trap in the corner to get the ball right back, but they turn it right back over. Danielle Gaddis, she gives it up to Boyd. A little bit of contact there. It's a 50-50 ball. Usually goes in favor of the offense. Abby Boyd able to get the Eagles to register their third foul of the quarter.
Yeah, already in early foul trouble as a team in the first quarter.
That's 3 fouls in the last minute and a half alone. Good job by the Storm and making the Eagles pay when they put their hands on them. Chelsea Savage directing traffic, looking for Gaddis at the top of the key. She goes over to Boyd. Boyd flipping over to Dornan. She mismatching the post. Turnaround jumper's no good. We're going back the other way. Good shot there by the Eagles, going back the other way. The rebound goes to Barry. Sorry about the score, ladies and gentlemen. It is 6-7 in favor of the Eagles currently. Danielle Gaddis gets tied up with Hannah Holisek and goes back the other way, staying with the Storm.
SNU will inbound the ball. Chelsea Savage will be the inbounder. Her off to Danielle Gaddis for the layup. It's good for 2. Great find by Chelsea Savage and good finish by Danielle Gaddis. There's number 24, Daisha Gonzaga will hand off the ball to number 5, Addie Clift. No good.
Not sure what's going on with the score on our website here, ladies and gentlemen, but it is indeed 8-7 in favor of the Storm. Bellwood gives a nice pass over to Gaddis. Her shot's no good. She gets her own rebound, puts it up and in. Great teamwork so far by the Storm, being able to share the ball and not trying to make it a one-man show.
Danielle Gaddis has come out strong early. Definitely look for some more good players by her.
Some early stats for you. That was the 3rd assist for the Storm already in the first quarter. Gaddis able to evade the trap at the top of the key. They were able to work the ball around and get a set play. 12 seconds left on the shot clock. Got to find something good.
Number 24, Daisha Gonzaga will bring it up the court, run the offense. Up to number 1, Jasmine Hinton. Blocking foul by Chelsea Savage. The refs will discuss it and see what the actual call was.
Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. Here we are on the scores, tied up at 10. We don't have the time for you, however. There's 5:14 left in the first quarter. Storm out to a great start. It's actually 13-10. They didn't count that last bucket for the Storm. Some more subs for Oklahoma Christian and for the Storm as LaShayba Plunkett gets her first action of the game, giving Adrian Berry a little breather. Doing some great work for her team. Storm trying to break the press here by the Eagles. They've done a great job so far. They advanced the ball to the middle and right where they need it on the side. LaShayba got a pocket pick there by Sydney Hill. Active hands by the Eagles so far. Sarah Parker distributing, trying to get her teammates involved. Sydney Hill about to take a 3, up and no good off the front of the rim. Offensive rebound goes to Emma Gade. She flips it down to Mackenzie Stanford, and she scores in the post.
Well, SNU went sure where they made them take a tough shot, but they were just able to finish around the room with that soft touch.
Near steal there by the Eagles. There was tips. So no backcourt violation. Used a lot of time. Abby Boyd Corner three up and good. First Bethany Bank of Trust three for Abby Boyd.
It's definitely the shot we're looking from Abby Boyd. She is a very dangerous threat from that arc.
5 assists now in the quarter for the Storm. Great job distributing. Rachel Dorneman going up against Mackenzie Stanford. She's got some help in LaShayra Plunkin, and she just rejects it completely. Great defense there by the Storm and offense as well. Out 16-9 early in the first quarter. Media timeout. We'll take one with them. Don't go anywhere. You're watching SNU basketball here at SNUathletics.com. Welcome back to SNUathletics.com. Storm nursing a 16-9 lead early in the first quarter with 4:14 left, trying to get the ball in and break this press of the Oklahoma Christian Eagles. Abby Boyd holding, advances it up to Chelsea Savage. She's about to get trapped there on the corner. She throws it off the leg. Mackenzie Stanford smartly is able to save the possession there and a possible turnover.
Yeah, Oklahoma Christian will not just break down this pressure. They continue to try and force these turnovers with some very heavy, tight pressure.
Coach Stephanie Finley has definitely made it a point to pressure the Storm early with active hands. Danielle Gaddis with the open jumper hits it and good. Sydney Hill advancing, looking to push the pace. She's got a wide open girl in the corner. Fires the open mid-range jumper and good. Chelsea Savage and her team doing a good job directing traffic throughout this tough press by Oklahoma Christian. Abby Boyd had a lane. She flips it back to LaShayra Plunkett. She gets called for traveling here.
Just looked a little too happy when she saw an open lane right there and feet left before the ball did.
That's right. You can't have that. Sometimes you just feet just slide before you're ready to take off. Ashley Allman in giving Chelsea Savage a breather here, getting her first action of the game. Trying to keep Sydney Hill in check and not let her penetrate in the D. And Sydney Hill is able to drive into the teeth of the Storm defense, and Ashley Allman gets called for the foul. Excuse me, foul's on Abby Boyd, not Allman. It's only the first team foul for the Storm in this quarter. Meanwhile, 4 for the Oklahoma Christian Eagles. And Sydney Hill's free throw is up and good. Second free throw is up and good. So I'm looking inbound quickly and break this press. Danielle Gaddis throws an errant pass to Allman, but she's able to collect and push the pace and set the offense. Boyd giving over to Dorneman. She gives over to Plunkett in the post. Got a running hook shot there by Plunkett is up and no good. Rebound and put back by Allman is also no good. Mackenzie Stanford looking to push the pace. She advances it up to Emma Gay, and they're just whipping it around. Sarah Parker launching a deep three again, no good. Ashley Allman looking to push the pace. Active hands again. The theme is Kylie Hicks for the Eagles, poking it free.
SNU, they've done a pretty good job of bringing it so far, but as soon as one player gets the pass, they need to take off with the dribble or get another quick pass off because Oklahoma Christian is just really bringing a lot of pressure.
Absolutely. I'm liking the strategy so far by Coach Finley. She has a lot of bodies, and she's rotating them in and out. There's probably 20 people or so on the team that are all playing great defense and keeping their hands active. Ashley Allman holding, looking for somebody, a possible trap coming up. She flips it over to Gaddis, trying to drive baseline, has nothing. She's over to Boyd. Boyd, one dribble, step back, no good. Freeman in, gets the rebound up, no good. May have gotten blocked up there. Gaddis playing great D, not letting Clift get past her. Trying to trap her at half court. Great job by the Storm forcing the pass. And wow. Asia Martin with a great Euro step, able to flip the shot up and good. Abby Boyd pushing, holding. Get over to Plunkett on the mid-range jumper. Pump fake, one dribble up and no good. Rebound by Hannah Holisek. Pushing the floor up. Gives it over to Clift, who's having a great game so far. The freshman with just her 4th start and 2nd in a row for her team. Shayla Plunkett out on the wing. Holisek in the post against Gaddis, no good, but she gets hacked going up. She'll be shooting 2.
I didn't really see much of a foul right there as Gaddis went straight up.
I think she dipped her hand at the last second trying to swipe at the ball. And that's what the referee was looking for. Adrian Berry looked to come back in the ball game. Provide some energy here for this Storm offense as the Eagles now on a 6-0 run, 6-2 run. Ashley Hutching also in the ball game, giving Abby Boyd a breather, and Shayla Plunkett taking a seat as well.
I expect Ashley Hutchings to bring some strong minutes as she's an extra ball handler, but also a pretty good shooter when she's open.
For the Crimson Storm, we have Hutchings, Allman, Gaddis, Freeman, and Berry. Storm again trying to break this 2-2-1 press by the Eagles. They do a great job being able to advance it. Ashley Allman left all alone, had the lane. She flips it over to Gaddis, up and good, but they call a charging call on Allman. That'll be her first foul of the game as Asia Martin was set there just outside the lane. Took the charge. Good heads-up play there by Asia Martin.
Yeah, it was an unselfish play by Ashley Allman. She found Danielle Gaddis, just wasn't able to get the pass off quick enough before that charge call.
He was looking to tie or take the lead here on this possession. Make the Storm work here on defense. Great drive there by Addie Clift. Hutchins keeps her in front of her. Trying to penetrate and find some life here in the post game. She flips over to Holisek for 3. Up, air ball, no good. Adrian Berry collects the rebound. She gives over to Hutchings. Hutchings may have gotten away with a double dribble there. She flips over to Gaddis. Gaddis driving. Finds it Berry wide open for 3. No good. Ball goes sailing out of bounds back to the Eagles.
Yeah, SMU's gone a little while without a basket. Hopefully got to get back in rhythm here soon.
55 seconds left in this first quarter. Storm up 18-16. Looking to find something on defense. They've gotten stops, just need to convert on the offensive end. Andy Clift's going to take a deep 3, and you got to be kidding me. Nothing but net. This freshman is having a great season, averaging 15 points for her last 4 games. She's surely showing what she can do. Ashley Allman driving, kicking the gas. She gets back to Hutchings. Deep 3 of her own. Up and good. Giving it right back to the freshman.
3 for a 3. You can't get any better than that.
Another first Bethany Bank of Trust as we're down to 20 seconds left. Another wide open 3. This is just a shootout, ladies and gentlemen. Rebound goes off the Eagles. Back to the Storm with 16 seconds left in the first quarter. Abby Boyd back in the game, giving Danielle Gaddis a breather. Ashley Allman looking to push. 10 seconds left. Going to hold and try to find a good shot. Abby Boyd takes a deep 3. No good. Addie Cliff clears the rebound. She got 3 seconds left. Trying to find a shot. She flips up another deep 3. Ooh, almost. No good. Just off the side of the rim. Storm take a 21-19 lead after going up 16-9 early in the first quarter. We'll take a break, and when we come back, we'll have the start of the second quarter. Don't go anywhere. You're watching SNU basketball here at SNUathletics.com. Welcome back to SNUathletics.com. Just about to start the second quarter. Eagles with the ball. Sydney Hill bringing the ball up, doing a great job for her team distributing and penetrating to the paint. We got a whistle down underneath.
Melted a few seconds off the clock as soon as that whistle went over.
I think there was an issue with the shot clock not coming on. Not sure what happened, but our trusted staff at the scores table is looking to correct it. Looks like they have. 26 seconds left on the shot clock and 9:56 left in the first quarter. Candace Freeman going to work against the post, and Mackenzie Stanford puts her hand up in her face and gets the rebound. Great D there by Candace Freeman.
A great defense and then great rebound to finish it off. That's definitely what coaches love to see.
Ashley Allen feeds it to Hutchins. She gets back to Freeman. Freeman up and no good. I think there's a little bit of contact there that got disrupted the shot. Candace Freeman doing some work at both ends, playing defense against a great post player, and Mackenzie Stanford.
You know, that was a great play overall. Missed it, but she just got to continue on and make the right play the next one.
That's right. She's a learning freshman doing a great job here for her team, providing energy off the bench. As Coach Doors commonly looks for it. Abby Boyd trying to find the ball in the corner. She's holding, driving. Tries to feed it over to Hutchins, gets tipped back to her though. Hutchins getting hounded there by Clift. Boyd for three. No good, just rims out. Clift had a Stanford streaking down the floor, but just didn't see her. Sydney Hill going for three, fakes it, drives, back to Stanford. Stanford up against Freeman, no good, but there's a foul call down underneath.
Candace Freeman looked like she didn't go out quick enough and just got hacked the player.
The Storm are just looking to reach in for the ball, but they just got to go straight up and make the offensive player score over a hand. That is Candace Freeman's first foul of the ball game. As Mackenzie Stanford's free throws up and no good. Second free throw's up and good. Barry, Freeman, Allman, Hutchings, and Boyd on for the Storm. Hutchings trying to break Sydney Hill's constant pressure. She's got Boyd flips it over to Allman, back to Boyd. Boyd wanted the three, fakes it, gives it over to Barry. Barry, nice pump fake, one dribble shot. No good, just off the back of the rim. Allman hustling for the rebound, doesn't get it. Goes to Oklahoma Christian. Sydney Hill looking to push. She goes over to Clift. Clift, pump fake, gives it back to Hill. Hill holding. Trying to find something, some form of offense. Sarah Parker wanted that three, but Barry did a great job closing out on her. Stanford wants a three of her own. She'll fire it. No good. Good defense again by the Storm.
Oklahoma Christian loves shooting that three ball.
Hutchings flips over to Boyd. She gives it to Allman. Allman drives. Back to Boyd. Boyd to Hutchings. Hutchings pump fake dribble. Shot. Good. What a sweet play that was by SNU. Moving the ball around, but they got to get back on defense. They give up a wide open lane to Mackenzie Stanford. She's going to take that all day.
So far, Ashley Hutchings has had some pretty solid minutes off the bench. 2 for 2 from the three-point line, taking pretty good care of the basketball.
Haven't had a lot of turnovers for either team, and as I say it, there's a turnover right there for the Storm.
Jinx.
Now for the Storm, that turnover puts them at 6-7 for the game now, and just 3 for Oklahoma Christian. Some shooting percentages here for both teams. Storm shooting 10 of 24 at 42%. Oklahoma Christian not much better, actually worse at 8 of 22 for 36%. Sarah Park going to work in the post. Flips it up and good over Barry's outstretched hand. Gaddis look for somebody. She flips over to Savage. Savage back to her. Boyd trying to break this press. Boyd driving. No good. Ball gets tipped back to Barry. Barry gives back to Savage. She's wide open. Nobody on her. I don't know what she's doing.
It's a little too deep for her. Probably a little too deep for her to be comfortable.
Freeman
right
going
there.
to work in the post against Parker. Up, no good. Rebound by Gaddis. Savage wide open for three from the feed from Gaddis is no good. Gaddis with another rebound. Who else? Up and good. I said it before, I'll say it again. Danielle Gaddis is just a walking double-double for her team. Candace Freeman on defense from the shot from Stanford, who seems to hustle back on every possession. Gets fouled in midair. She'll go to the line again for two. That's Freeman's second foul. Team foul number 2 as well for the Storm.
But Daniel Gaddis definitely have a very solid game tonight. She has pretty much had a pretty solid season so far.
Some more subs in for the Oklahoma Christian Eagles. Santa Holisek comes back in along with Emma Gade. She teams up with Asia Martin and Deja Gonzalez. Hope Dawkins also back in. So we're trying to break again this 2-2-1 press by the Eagles. And Abby Boyd just applies some pressure, dribbles, and is able to break it. She gets a good screen from Dorneman. She flips over to Boyd. Savage back to Boyd for 3. Good. Yes, sir. Another First Bethany Bank of Trust 3 for Abby Boyd.
SNU's had a pretty good shooting day so far to keep it up. And
Holisek with the long 2. Up and good. Nothing but net. High scoring game for both teams, just trading blows of can you top this? Storm able to break the pressure. Gaddis gets pressured in the corner. Dorneman by herself in the corner, all good.
Number 42, Rachel Dorneman.
Deja Gonzalez flips it back to Hope Dawkins. She gets it back to her, up for 3, no good. Rebound fought for, taken by Abby Boyd. Just determined to apply pressure in this game. Danielle Gaddis gets the ball on the wing, holding. She finds Barry. Over to Savage. Savage penetrating, nothing there. Gives it over to Boyd. She's feeling it. Yes, sir, for 3. Another First Bethany Bank of Trust 3 for Abby Boyd. I feel like I'm going to be saying that a lot tonight, Glade.
Yeah, she's definitely got a little heat check going on. Let's see what more she can do.
Great defense by Dorneman against Holisek. She misses the easy layup, and Dorneman gets the rebound. Gaddis on the wing, holding. Goes over to Savage. Back to Barry. Barry looking for Dorneman in the post. She gives it to her. Dorneman, the mid-range jumper, falls again.
SNU's got a little rhythm going right here.
SNU breaking this score wide open, looking to increase their lead, 36-28 with 5.5 left in the half. Holisek going against Gaddis. She flips it up to Gonzalez. She fires 3 up and good, showing she can knock down some threes as well.
It's definitely been a three-point shooting contest tonight.
Oklahoma Christian now 3 of 12 from 3. Well, South Nazarene scorching hot, 6 of 11. And we got a foul down on the baseline. Number 35, Hope Dawkins. So her first, team foul 1.
Fouls have definitely limited this second quarter. There was quite a bit of team fouls by Oklahoma Christian the first quarter.
5 new players in for the Eagles. Sydney Hill, Addie Cliff, Audrey Hayes getting her first action along with Mackenzie Stanford after a quick breather. Looking some half-court pressure there. Olivia Chapman in the game. Dorneman, mid-range jumper fault. Nope, no good. Fighting for the rebound, Gaddis and Hayes. We got a foul on Gaddis, getting a little too aggressive there down low.
Overall,
13 foul.
That was a pretty good effort right there. She kept fighting for that ball and didn't make it easy on Oklahoma Christian.
That's all right. Fortunately got the foul in the process.
Team foul number 3, timeout on the floor. Media timeout.
Media timeout. We're going to take a quick break with them. Don't go anywhere. You're watching SNU basketball here on SNUathletics.com. Welcome back to SUathletics.com. Storm held on to a 36-31 lead. Caught fire by a couple threes by Abby Boyd. Had a foul down underneath by Danielle Gaddis fighting for a rebound. Sydney Hill looking to push the pace, trying to get the ball inside. No good. The defense by the Storm. Able to take it back. Chelsea Savage pushing. There's no numbers. He's got to get rid of it. Addie Clift maybe got away with a hand check there. It's a Dornament open again on that mid-range jumper. No good. Sydney Hill clears with the rebound. Here we go. So we got a charging call. Chelsea Savage laying down her body for her team. As Audrey Hayes was looking to drive in and get the and one call, but no good. Going back the other way.
Has a little Nick Collison in her blood taking charges.
That's right. They'll do everything player for their team. The Eagles have gone away from the press as the Storm are able to just knife right through it every time. They're going for a half-court trap instead. Ashley Hutchings holding. Looking for somebody. She gets the ball poked from behind and goes off. Audrey Hayes. On the floor for the Storm, Savage, Dorneman, Gaddis, Hutchings, and Chapman. Chelsea Savage in with the ball, looking to get trapped again. In the corner, Dorneman get hounded by Clift. Hutchings to Gaddis. Gaddis' mid-range jumper's up and good. Some hot shooting for the Storm, shooting at just over 46% for the game.
Danielle Gaddis has really come to play tonight.
Mackenzie Stanford on a nice low feed from Sydney Hill. Gets it up and good.
Looks like
another half-court trap there by the Eagles. Gaddis alone again. Gets covered. Flips over to Dorneman. Nice feed. Great shot. And teamwork by the Storm.
That was just beautiful and simple basketball. 1-2 dribbles, handed it off to the post player, finish.
That's right, wide open. Speaking of wide open, Sydney Hill was wide open. She just barely gets out the front of the rim. Fighting for the rebound, Addie Clift. We got a foul down underneath.
They say sometimes the foul is better than a bucket or anytime they can slow the game down.
That foul is fourth for the team, and it's on Olivia Chapman. Ashley Hutchins is going to take a breather. Abby Boyd checks back in. Trying to put this freshman, Addie Clift, in check. Mackenzie Stanford takes a long jumper over outstretched hand of Dorneman, gets it to fall. Storm up 40-35 with just over 3 minutes left here in the half. Savage to Boyd. Boyd gets a good screen for Dorneman. She flips back to Dorneman. Nearly gets the ball taken from her. Dorneman's able to clear with the steal. Prevent the steal, but we got a foul down. A loose ball foul, I believe, on number 5, Addie Clift. Addie Clift is not a timid freshman. She's very aggressive in getting her hands on the ball and even the players in the process and able to show she's not afraid.
Yeah, that's definitely what all teams do. They need someone out there who can put up a fight every night.
Dorman gets the ball in the inbounds air ball. She didn't like that shot.
Number 5 will guard her own high school teammate, 34, Audrey Hayes.
Olivia Chapman going against the freshman. She gets a near steal. Stanford's able to clear it out. Oh, she got away with that travel call there. Oh, no, she didn't. The referee just blew a late whistle, going back the other way. Adrian Berry checks back into the ball game for Olivia Chapman, providing some great energy for the Storm with their solid defense. Eagles back to the press. Savage is able to dive right through it. She gets the ball to Berry, but gets the ball stolen. The hands of Stanford. Clift to Hill, back to Clift. And she gets it up and good. Storm up 40-37, just over 2 minutes left.
Yeah, basketball is definitely getting runs. SNU's made some runs of their own, and then Oklahoma Christian comes back and makes some of their runs.
Boyd able to flip it over to Dorneman, but and Sarah Parker able to set her feet and take the charge. We got a timeout by Coach Stephanie Finley for the Eagles. 30-second timeout. We're going to keep it right here in the Sawyer Center. Glade, what are you noticing so far in this second quarter?
Well, I think SNU's done a great job getting the shot selections they want and playing it well as a team breaking the press. And on the other end, Oklahoma Christian's done a little better. But at first they started out kind of one-on-one, some isolation game, but they've definitely started playing better as a team so far.
Absolutely. The Storm were able to get out and running, shooting 47% from the field, 55% from three-point land. But they haven't had any free throws. The Eagles are giving those outside shots, and Storm making them pay, but they got to be able to grind and get into the paint. And Also get some stops down on the other end and get back on defense. Some other things that we'll address at the halftime show.
If you don't get sent to the line much, but you maintain the lead, you must be doing something right.
Sydney Hill coming up with the ball, doing a great job for her team tonight, being able to distribute and play under control and also play with active hands on defense.
Danielle Gaddis is really feeling it right now as she's swiping for that ball.
She's playing against a much taller defender, Sarah Parker, who likes to stretch it out and not play it inside out. Sydney Hill going up against Dornman. She flips the pass over to Stanford. She gets a reverse layup up and good. Hill now with 7 assists for the game in the first half. Wow, she's doing a great job. Abby Boyd breaking the press, gives over to Dornman. She gives over to Savage. Savage to Barry, holding to Boyd. She goes over to Savage, way across court. Hesitation dribble, flips it over to Dornman. Dornman shot it up and around the rim and in. Little contact there between Gaddis and Parker. This thing's getting heated as this game gets tighter and tighter.
SNU has been getting all their players involved, and they're all doing a little bit of scoring. Hasn't been a 1-2-man show.
Dornman able to clear as Hill's shot is off target. Just over a minute left in this first half. Storm working the ball around. Savage looking to get a set play. Gets a screen from Dornman. She gives it over to Barry. Barry wide open for 3. No good. Just off the back of the rim. Barry able to get her own rebound after the tip by the Eagles. That's looking in the post. She gives it over to Barry. Up and good. She waited for her defense to clear, and she gets a shot up and good. Adrian Berry having a great game so far for the Storm on both sides of the floor.
I definitely love what I'm seeing. All this ball movement and playing pretty solid defense.
Shot is up and no good. Chelsea Savage clears, pushing. Great crossover, but the ball gets poked by Sydney Hill. Gaddis on the floor trying to fight for the rebound, and Coach Doris calls the timeout. So neither team had possession of the ball, but nevertheless, Coach Doris gets a timeout. We'll take it with him. Don't go anywhere. You're watching SNU basketball here at SNUathletics.com. Welcome back to SUathletics.com. Out of the timeout by Coach Doris. Some hot shooting for the Storm so far in this first half. Danielle Gaddis shooting 6 out of 8 and Rachel Dornman 5 out of 9, both with 12 and 10 points respectively. Doing a great job penetrating. 10 seconds left in this first half. Storm looking to hold for the last shot. Savage feeds it over to Dornman. Dornman's shot is up, no good, but she gets fouled on the way up by freshman Addie Clips. She's giving the Storm some problems here tonight.
Has a chance to extend it to a 3-possession game before going into halftime.
That'll be a second foul on Clift. Just under 6 seconds left as Rachel Dornman's first free throw's up and good. First free throws of the game for the Storm. Olivia Chapman in for defensive purposes, giving Chelsea Savage a break at the end of this half. Rachel Dornman receives the ball, takes a couple drills, sets her feet, fires in. Good. Nothing but net. So I'm looking to play tight defense, not give them a shot. Up 46-39. 3 seconds left, trying to find something. Sydney Hill's been hounded. Shot by Hill is up. No good. Air ball. Storm hold on for the first half, 46-39. Some great shooting and defense for both teams so far. We'll be right back with some player stats and some matchups we look forward to in the second half of this ball game. Don't go anywhere. You're watching SNU basketball here at SNUathletics.com. Welcome back to SUathletics.com. First half is in the books. Second half coming to you in a couple minutes. Storm up 46-39. They had some hot shooting to start the first half. Shooting 19 of 39 at 49% for the first half, as well as 6 of 12 from three-point land. Only 2 of 2 free throws, so they could do some work in penetrating, playing the game inside out. Oklahoma Christian, however, shooting 15 of 36 at just about 42%. Only 3 of 13 shooting from three-point land and 6 out of 8 free throws, so they're doing a great job of being able to penetrate the defense and make them pay at the foul line. One thing else to look at for rebounding, 24-15 in favor of the Storm, 8 offensive rebounds to 4 for just Oklahoma Christian. And turnovers have been a bit of a problem for both teams, as 7 for Oklahoma Christian and 9 for Southern Nazarene. So both teams doing a good job of showing active hands, but there also have been quite a bit of foul calls for both teams, as the Storm had just 2 or 3 in the first quarter, and now they have 4 in the second quarter, so look to alter that in the second half. Turnovers can be a bit of a problem for the Storm in recent history, so I'm sure Coach Dorsey is going to harp on that in the locker room and encourage his ladies to be confident with the ball as they keep going forward. It's one of the things to look at for some individual stats. For the Storm, Adrian Berry having a solid game as usual, 3 of 6 shooting, 1 of 3 from three-point land for 7 points, go along with 6 rebounds and 2 assists. Chelsea Savage hasn't scored yet, but she's distributing well. 6 assists, only 2 turnovers and a rebound. Danielle Gaddis shooting 6 out of 8 for the game with 12 points and 4 rebounds and 4 assists of her own. She's just having a quite a good game against the tall post players of Oklahoma Christian. Rachel Dorneman also as well, having a great game with 12 points on 5 of 9 shooting, hitting the only 2 free throws the Storm took. Ashley Hutchings registered 6 points on 2 of 2 shooting, 2 of 2 for three-point land. So a lot of balanced scoring here for the Storm. Not a one-man show for the team. They're looking to take advantage of what Oklahoma Christian gives them. On the flip side for Oklahoma Christian, Addie Cliff certainly making her name and presence felt with 5 points early and 5 rebounds, 1 assist for the Eagles in the first half. Mackenzie Stanford doing a great job in the post work. 6 out of 10 shooting for 15 points, 0 for 1 for three-point land. And Sarah Parker also with 5 points on 1 of 2 shooting. So Mackenzie Stanford's been a potent offensive player that the Eagles have looked for, and the Storm are looking to answer with post players of their own and making the other players beat them. They'd rather have one player beat them than the whole team beat them at one point. So I'm sure Coach Doris is looking to have them grind down in the second half and get after these shooters and post players, because the shooting for Oklahoma Christian has not been great. Their regular shooting percentage from 3 is 26.7%. The Storm hold their opponents as a whole at 26.7%, so they're doing a fantastic job of closing out on the shooters and making them beat them some other way. I look forward to seeing how Chelsea Savage looks to put the freshman Addie Clift in check and Sydney Hill, as they've been doing some great work so far. 16 assists in the first half for the Storm to 13 for Oklahoma Christian. They've had a fantastic job of distributing the ball and playing well together. Team chemistry is definitely a point of emphasis. Both teams have 4 steals, and Oklahoma Christian, however, is capitalizing on Storm's turnovers with 10 points. It's just over 1 point per turnover that the Storm have committed. We're going to take a quick break here. When we come back, we'll have our man Glade Pittenger on a sideline report with head coach Derek Doris, how his team fared in the first half and how they look to accomplish and get the win in the second. Don't go anywhere. You're watching SNU basketball here at SNUathletics.com. Welcome back to SUAthletics.com. I'm going to send it to our man Glade Pittenger with head coach Derek Doris on the team's performance in the first half. Glade?
So, Coach, pretty good, strong half by the team so far. Both players combined for 24 points, Rachel Jordan and Daniel Gaddis. But then you have Ashley Hutchings, who came off the bench 2 for 2 from the three. So talk about your overall team performance and how it's been balanced.
Well, we're glad and moving the basketball like we should and trying to find the open person against a team like this. Scramble defensively, the run and trap you. That's what we got to do. Get the ball to the middle, look opposite, and take first available shot. We can't we can't let their defense dictate to us. As long as they're making good, making the shot, that's good. But if we start struggling a little bit, we're gonna have to be a little more, cautious in our shot selection.
So, are you looking to make any adjustments to the second half, or just stick with the game plan?
I think defensively we need to continue, probably do a better job of crashing the boards. Offensively, continue to just get the ball in the middle of the floor and look to attack.
Thank you, Coach. Good luck in the second half. Back to you guys.
All right, thank you, Glade and Coach Doris. When we come back, we'll have the start of the second half. Don't go anywhere. You're watching SUU basketball here at SUAthletics.com. Welcome back to SUathletics.com. Storm with a 7-point lead at half. Looking to build upon it here. Chelsea Savage looking for a set play. Flips it over to Barry. Barry holding. Dornman at the top of the key. Trying to find somebody. She finds Gaddis in the post. Flips it back to Dornman. Dornman's shot is up. No good. Second air ball. I think shot may have been blocked there partially. Sydney Hill up and pushing. Gives over to Parker. Parker denied the three. Drives. Kicks it over. She pump fakes as well. Mackenzie Stanford in the post against Dornman. Up and good. Stanford's having her way tonight. 7 out of 11 shooting here so far. Storm moving the ball around. Savage trying to set a screen. Denied by Stanford. Dornman holding. As the ball near is poked away by Clift. Gaddis driving. Had a free lane. No help defense whatsoever. She gets it up and good. Storm up 48-41. 9 minutes left in the third quarter. Clift trying to get by Boyd there. He gives over to Stanford, back to Hill. Hill driving against Savage and Barry up and good.
Number 11, Sydney Hill.
Savage pushing, trying to find something here. Ooh, she had a nice turnaround jumper, but no good. Clift clears the rebound. Clift left wide open for a deep three. No good off the front of the rim. Savage had a wide open lane dropping to the floor, but just couldn't see it there, I guess. She gives over to Boyd. Boyd wanting a screen. Gets denied there. Sydney Hill gets called for the hand check against Abby Boyd.
Fouls on number 11, Sydney Hill, her first team foul.
That'll be her first foul of the game. First team foul of the quarter. Savage holding. Flips over to Barry. Barry gives over to Boyd. Boyd dribbling, penetrating against Stanford. Up, no good. We got a charging call again against the Storm.
There's been a lot of charges so far in this game combined by both teams.
Sarah Parker, 6'1" junior out of Piedmont, Oklahoma. Transfer from Butler Community College, doing a great job on the defensive end. Getting another charge call. Sydney Hill driving. Gets a nice long deuce and is able to hit it. Savage benches the ball up to Boyd. Boyd trying to find some offensive life here. Storm only up 3 now. Barry holding, gives it to Gaddis. Gaddis holding. Boyd has Gaddis wide open in the corner. Finally gets it to her. She gives it to Dornman. Dornman, mid-range jumper up and good.
Your Coach Doris, you really got to like what we're seeing how Gaddis and Dornman, they've combined for 28 points so far.
Absolutely, doing a great job making defense pay. Clift with a nice little crossover. And Dornman clears with the rebound. Savage gets the ball, advancing, pushing. Savage, nice pump fake. Up and shot is up and no good. Chelsea Savage doing a great job with the ball. Sending their defenders flying, but shot was no good. Going back to the Eagles. Ashley Allen back in the ball game. First action of the second half gives Abby Boyd a quick breather. Hill finish the ball, calling out a play, gives it over to Clift. Clift to Parker. Take the ball into Stanford against the outstretched hand of Dornman, no good. Savage pushing. She's got numbers, doesn't see him. She gives over to Barry. Barry to Gaddis for 3. Up and good. Yes, sir.
Daniel Gaddis is really in his zone tonight. She's just shooting tremendously.
Absolutely. She's 7 out of 9 for the game. I believe 16 points for the ball game. Kenzie Stanford going up against Dorman. She gets sidewinded by Gaddis. They turn the ball over. Stanford gets the ball back. Takes a deep 3. Up and good. So when she can extend the range. Find the bottom of the net on the assist from Asia Martin. Chelsea Savage with the hesitation dribble. Moves over to Dornman. Dornman mid-range jumper up and good. Great teamwork there by the Storm.
Yeah. Bridget Dornman is definitely playing her part tonight with 16 points, crashing the board, so she's had a strong game as well.
Absolutely. Storm up 55-48 with 6 minutes left in the ball game. Sarah Parker trying to go up with the ball, but it goes right off her leg, out of bounds. Checking in for the Eagles, number 31, Hannah Halasek. Number 34, number 24, excuse me, Deja Gonzalez. In for the Storm, Savage, Berry, Gaddis, Dorneman, and Allman. Oklahoma Christian counters with Hill. Hill's going to take a seat. Gonzalez in. Stanford, along with Halasek. Hicks, and the sensational freshman, Addie Clift. Chelsea Savage is looking to find some life here, extend this lead, possibly 9 or 10 here on this possession. Allman holding, gives it to Savage. Savage gets the screen. She flips it up and good. Oh, excuse me, I got ahead of myself, ladies and gentlemen. We got a very late whistle on a blocking call. There's some definite contact there. It wasn't called until late.
It's one of those
Oklahoma Christian bench not happy with the call.
Yeah, it's definitely one of those question calls you see time to time. Like, if a ref sees the ball shot going, they might not call it, but if they miss, they'll give them the call. So it's
can be a 50-50 call, as the Eagles have taken a lot of charges here. I believe 3 so far. They get the call for the block. Chelsea Savage first free throw up and good. Storm able to connect on the free throws. They haven't had many opportunities. It's just their third, and this will be their 4th free throw of the game. Chelsea Savage getting their first 2 points of the game to go along with 7 assists. Eagles circling the ball around, trying to find Halasek in the post, going against Berry. Flips it up and good. Mid-range jumper. Good for Hannah Halasek.
Yeah, both teams are definitely holding their own as they both really want to win this game.
Absolutely. It's 57-50 in favor of the Storm. Both teams with 2 fouls with just over 5 minutes left in the quarter. Savage with the ball in the corner. Fires up a 3. Up off the back rim and no good. Halasek clears. Advances the ball up. Going up against Savage. She gets denied in the paint. Addie Cliff for another deep 3. No good. She just steps way out there and just does not take one dribble in for a more high percentage shot, but results in a 3 for the team after they get their own offensive rebound again as Deja Gonzalez gets her 3 to fall. Yep. Danielle Gaddis flips over to Berry, saying she can shoot 3s too, but no good. Addie Cliff trying to push, dribbling through Storm defenders, but Danielle Gaddis gets called for the foul. She does not agree with it at all. That'll be her second foul. Team foul number 3. Media timeout on the floor. We'll take it with them. Don't go anywhere. You're watching SNU basketball here at SNUathletics.com. Welcome back to SUathletics.com. Storm hold on to a 57-53 lead with 4.5 minutes left. Eagles trying to find Stanford in the post. She gets a turnaround jumper up and rolls around the rim and good. Ashley Hutchins now in the ball game. Lashayra Plunkett as well for the Storm. Guys looking to drive. Lexi Jumper gives it to Berry. She flips it to Hutchins. Hutchins trying to call out a play. And just with 15 seconds left on the shot clock, plenty of time to get something good. Ashley Hutchins driving. Gives it to Plunkett. Jab step. Holding. Trying to find a lane. No good, but she's able to flip a shot up. And good as she was denied time and time again by Holasek. She gets the foul call. Holasek, excuse me, guys.
At the line for 2 shots, number 11, Plunkett.
Shayra Plunkett sees the ball, dips, shoots. No good, just rims out. Plunkett receives the second free throw. Takes the ritual dribbles. Dips, shoots. That one rims out as well. Just can't buy a free throw for Plunkett.
Yeah, she's definitely struggled a little bit at the line this season. Just hope she picks it up from here.
Absolutely. She's done some great work so far in this season. Oh, Stanford with a nice back cut. Gets blocked by Plunkett. Giving them a Dikembe Mutombo finger wag. No, sir.
Yeah, she did. She missed a couple shots. She made up for it on defense, which was what coaches love.
Adrian Berry holding. Trying to direct traffic. She gives it to Hutchings. Hutchings driving, gets cut off by Stanford. Playing great defense. Trying to feed it to Plunkett, but no good.
She's begging for it in the post. They should feed it to her. Pick and roll coming.
She got 5 seconds left. Great crossover there on Stanford. Almost got fire up a 3. Up and just off the side of the rim. No good. Clift clears the rebound. Looking to push the pace here. Put some pressure on the Storm. She's got Stanford streaking. She gives it to her. Stanford a little hesitant after getting swatted on the last play, but does get fouled on the way up. Ashley Hutch is going to take a breather, and Abby Boyd set the check back in.
At the line for 2 shots, number 21, Mackenzie Stanford.
Kenzie Stanford, free throw up, and good. Nothing but net.
Checking in for the Crimson Storm, number 5, Abby Boyd.
Mackenzie Stanford is just burning the Storm here today. 9 of 15 shooting, 1 of 2 out of 3 on threes for 23 total points. She gets her 5th and 6th free throw to go. Game tied at 57, ladies and gentlemen. We got a barn burner here in Sawyer Center. Wouldn't be surprised if this one heads to overtime. Allman receives the ball in the corner. Directing traffic, gets a screen from Gaddis. Allman driving, gives it to Barry. Barry holding. Looking for a screen from Plunkett. She gets free, fires up the shot, no good. Rebound to Holasek. Eagles pushing the pace, trying to find Stanford. She's on a roll. She gives it to her in the mid-range jumper up and no good. Daisha able to get the rebound up and good. Derek Doris has seen enough. He calls timeout. We'll take one with him as the Eagles take their lead in the ball game. Don't go anywhere. You're watching SNU basketball here at SNUathletics.com. Welcome back to SUathletics.com in the Sawyer Center. We got a barn burner here as Oklahoma Christian Eagles just took the lead 59-57 with 2:15 left in the third quarter. Savage back in the ball game along with Dorneman, Boyd, Gaddis, and Barry. Boyd going to take a deep 3. No good, just clangs out the front of the rim. Rebound goes to Barry. Controlling fresh shot clock. No need to rush anything here for the Storm. Savage directing traffic, trying to get by Hill, but not letting her go anywhere. Gaddis has the ball holding on the wing. trying to find something. Hill nearly gets the steal. Savage, the long two, up, no good. Rebound goes off. Halasek, they were fighting with the rebound with Rachel Dorneman staying with the Storm. Savage gets the play call, looking to inbound the ball here. Get a good possession here for the Storm. You got Gaddis on the wing. Gaddis looking to drive against Gonzague. No avail. Abby Boyd gets flipped up with the ball. And Danielle Gaddis gets upended by number 32, Kylie Hicks, there on the play.
Both teams will just be one foul away from the bonus towards the end of this quarter.
That'll be 14 foul for the Eagles. Abby Boyd gets the ball in the inbounds play, up and good, off the glass, tied at 59.
Backboard is the basketball player's best friend.
Gonzague shows she can hit shots too. She hits a long two. Now up 61-59 in favor of the Eagles. The Eagles bench loving it here as they're hitting some shots here in the second half. They've upped their percentage from 36 in the first to now 47% overall for the game. Savage gets the pump fake. She flips over to Barry on the wing. The Barry shot is no good. We got a foul call on Rachel Dorneman. Not sure what happened there. It must have been some body contact that the official saw that we didn't.
That'll be the bonus for Oklahoma Christian.
15 foul results in free throws the rest of the quarter. 59 seconds left in this third quarter. Halasek at the line. Halasek trying to getting to hear it from the SNU crowd there underneath the goal, but no avail. She hits her first free throw. She gets her second one up and off the back rim, no good, so maybe they had something to do with it. Abby Boyd looking to push the ball here. Hannah Halasek with 6 points, contributing 5 rebounds as well for her team. Gaddis holding, look for somebody open. Savage also holding, getting a screen from Dorneman. Trying to roll, but gets some contact there by Hill. Boyd's three is up, no good. Just hasn't been hitting here like they have in the first half. The Eagles are looking to close out on these hot shooters from Southern Nazarene. 25 seconds left in the third quarter. Eagles up 62-59. Trying to build that lead here before going into the fourth quarter. Hill feeds it over to Parker. Parker gets ball stripped from her from Barry behind, but Barry steps out trying to save the ball. Ball will stay with the Eagles with 9 seconds left on the shot clock, 14 on the game clock.
Good backside help defense, though.
5 seconds left. We got to find something. Halasek taking the shot. I guess she heard me. She hits the first three of the ball game. 1 second left. Got to find something. Savage fires. No good. The bank was not open for Savage on that shot. We're going to take a quick break here before we go into the fourth quarter. Eagles up 65-59. Don't go anywhere. You're watching SNU basketball here at SNUathletics.com. Welcome back to SNUathletics.com. About to start the fourth quarter. Oklahoma Christian there went on a bit of a run, taking the lead by 6. They shot 10 of 16 in the third quarter, 3 of 5 from three-point range. Had 12 rebounds and 2 offensive rebounds in that quarter alone. Storm only had 7. Storm also shot 5 of 16 overall and 1 of 7 from three-point land, so hot shooting seemed to fizzle out there in the third quarter. Sarah Parker in the post against Gaddis, flips it up and good. Good battle there going between Gaddis and Parker. Both held each other in check, but Parker determined to get the edge here in crunch time. Lead is now 8 with just 9.5 minutes left in the fourth. Dornman shots up and no good.
Yeah, Gaddis played pretty good defense right there, but Parker just had a size mismatch and was able to use it to right there.
Parker feeling it, launches the three off the rim, no good. But the rebound goes to Hill. She flips the mid-range jumper up and good. Lead is now 10 for the Eagles. Derek Doris is fired up. He's had enough of this fourth quarter already. He calls a timeout. We'll take one with him. Don't go anywhere. You're watching SNU basketball here at SNUathletics.com. Welcome back to SNUathletics.com. After a quick timeout by Coach Derek Doris, as the Eagles went on a quick 4-0 run to open up the quarters. Storm just couldn't get a shot to fall. He's obviously upset with team's defense and lack of effort so far. Team looking to whip the ball around and share the ball, trying to find somebody. One thing to note here from the Storm in that third quarter, they had 16 assists in the first half, only 1 assist in the third quarter. Rachel Dorman gets a great feed in the post. She enforces her will and is able to score down low. Dorman looking to go to work against Mackenzie Stanford, who's been giving work to the Storm. Low post all day. She's going to fire a deep three. Off the back rim, no good, just a little bit too long. The Eagles are not afraid to step out and fire some long threes. They just haven't been falling for them.
SNU has to try and make a run right here and get back into this ballgame quickly.
Savage trying to get free from Hill, but she just felt some contact going up on the shot, but no call.
She's not happy
Ball
about
going the
that.
other way. Ball going the other way. Eagles holding on to it. An 8-point lead. Just over 8 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Sarah Park gets the ball in the post. She gets past Dorneman and just gets the shot past Dorneman's outstretched hand. Lead is back to 10 in favor of the Eagles. Coach Dorneman not having it here. His latest performance here in the second half. Looking to find some life here, possibly off the bench or some of the starters stepping up and hitting some shots. Savage has Gaddis in the post, but just overfeeds her. Coach Doris is going to quickly send Ashley Allman in, give Chelsea Savage a breather here in the fourth quarter. Looking to provide some energy for the Storm here.
There's plenty of basketball left. Just got to stick to the game plan, get some stops, and get some good baskets.
That's right. It may be a double-digit lead, but it's only 10, and there's 7.5 minutes left. Both teams are capable of making some shots and committing some turnovers. Great block there by Dorneman on the mid-range shot by Stanford. We got an out-of-bounds call as Daisha Gonzague driving out of bounds trying to save the ball. Goes back to the Storm. Storm got to stop trying to finish on the other end and get a bucket. They can get 3 stops in a row and 3 buckets. This is a whole new ball game. Yeah, a lot of contact there on that screen. No call. Dorman able to save the long rebound. Gives it over to Boyd. Boyd flips a shot off the glass. No good. Gaddis able to save the rebound again. Very wide open. Doesn't take the 3. Boyd will take 3 of her own. Off the rim and no good. Just has not been falling for her.
He started off the game pretty solid, but just kind of got cold as the game went on.
Gonzague drives past Gaddis. Gets her little runner to go up and good. Lead now up to 12. Largest lead of the ball game for either team. Dorneman shot in the mid-range up and good on the feed from Gaddis.
Right now, I think unless again Daniel Gaddis has a wide open look or just good look overall, keep feeding it to Dorneman in the post. She's had a very solid game.
Absolutely. That's a great job by both players, able to feed the ball in. Rachel Dorneman now up to 20 points for the game. Danielle Gaddis with 17 of her own. We got a foul down underneath. Someone got their hand caught in the cookie jar. That call will be against Danielle Gaddis. That'll be her third foul of the ball game. Sarah Parker at the line. It's the first of 2 free throws up and good. She's up to 9 points now for the ball game. Excuse me, 10 and 11. Hannah Halasek back in the ball game. Kansas Stanford looking to apply some ball pressure here. Ashley Hutchins trying to get free, and she does. Ashley Hutchins getting the call from Coach Doris. Trying to find some life here, down 12 with 6 minutes left. Good effort there by Stanford. Able to deflect the ball and try to save it, but she throws it nearly out of bounds, cause her teammate to go out of bounds as well. Ball staying with the Storm. No resetting the shot clock because there was not a change in possession. We got 16 seconds left on the clock with 6 minutes exactly left in the game.
Yeah, I think SNU really needs a basket right here to get back in this ball game because down 12, 6 minutes left. It's going to be hard to come back, but they can do it.
Absolutely. The threes are not falling lately for the Storm as they were in the first half. They were 6 of 12 in the first half, hit 1 of 7 in the third. Good pass there by Hutchins to Barry. She buries the shot. Lee is now back down to 10. Sydney Hill is going to drive in with the strength she has and get the and one call. Foul on Ashley Allman. She can't believe it. She runs down the floor.
The basket was good at the line for one shot, number 11, Sydney Hill.
A little bit of frustration swelling up for the Storm. The lead is now 13 for the Eagles. The Eagles back to some full court pressure and backing off. And
I think after each made basket, you should bring a press right here and try and force some turnovers.
Adrian Berry on the wing holding. Trying to find somebody. She gives it to Dorneman. Dorneman giving a screen to Hutchins. Hutchins driving. Gives it to Gaddis on the mid-range. She got to take that shot. Hutchins was take a 3 of her own. Off the rim and no good. Allman fighting for the rebound. Jump ball. Staying with the Storm. Great effort there by Ashley Allman, not giving up on the play and keeping possession in the Storm's favor.
Yeah, Oklahoma Christian thought they had the ball, but Ashley Allman just snuck right in there. Like, where'd you come from?
Dorman gets the ball in the middle of the lane, flips the ball up, no good. Allman again fighting for the rebound, no good this time. Gaddis trying to fight up against Kylie Hicks. She gives it up to her teammate Sydney Hill, flips it into Halasek going up against Barry. Shot is up and good. Halasek having a great game tonight. 11 points of the ball game on 5-7 shooting. Dorman holding, gives it to Barry. She gives it to Allman. Allman driving, gets the reverse layup, up and good. Storm not going away easy. Near steal there by Gaddis, but no good. Stanford up against Dorneman. She gets a great pump fake and drive and layups up and good over Allman. Ashley Allman pushing, holding, gives it to Barry. Barry to Dorneman. Dorneman getting hounded in the post. A little bit of contact there, no call. We had a kick ball violation there. Now a timeout on the floor. Media timeout. We'll take it with them. Don't go anywhere. You're watching SNU basketball here at SNUathletics.com. Okay, thought so. Welcome back to SUAthletics.com. Storm trying to cut into this 15-point lead. Down 67-82 with just 4.5 minutes left in the ball game. Ashley Hutchins trying to get the ball in. Gives to the safety valve for Gaddis. Gaddis holding. About 10 seconds left on the shot clock. She got to find something quick. She feeds it to Hutchins. Hutchins looking for a screen. Slip screen from Dorneman. She's trying to find someone. 3 seconds left. Got to find a shot. Hutchins switches the ball over to Plunkett. She gets called for a charge. She distributed the ball to Plunkett, going back the other way. Not looking good for the Storm so far in the fourth quarter. Glade, what are you looking for them to adjust to dip into this lead?
You really got to get some stops from here on out. You can't really allow baskets at all. And then I think after each made basket, you really got to try and press them, force some turnovers.
Good defense by Plunkett. Advancing the ball. She feeds it over to Hutchins. Hutchins to Gaddis. Gaddis wide open for a three. Been no good. Shot's just not falling in the second half. Ball goes off Allman. Back the other way for Oklahoma Christian. Abby Boyd and Chelsea Savage set to check into the ball game, giving Allman and Hutchins a break. Sydney Hill will also take a break for the Eagles as the freshman Addie Clift is back in the ball game. Halasek trying to get the feed in the post, but it goes off Dorneman and Savage's hands. Ball stays with Oklahoma Christian. Gonzake inbounding. Flips it to Parker. Parker giving it to Hicks. Hicks to Halasek. Trying to find Parker. She gets it. Trying to finish over Savage, but she gets blocked again by Plunkett. Plunkett trying to save the ball, but it goes right out of bounds. Ball will stay here with Oklahoma Christian. Fresh shot clock with just under 3.5 minutes left.
Just a little miscommunication right there.
Sarah Parker will take a break, and Mackenzie Stanford just had a stellar game with 26 points and 2 rebounds. Is going to come back into the ballgame. Halasek holding, trying to find Stanford in the post. Hicks to Gonzake. Gonzake and Hicks had a little miscommunication there, almost lost the ball. Flipped with the ball against Boyd, trying to work for every possession. Got to find a shot with 10 seconds left. Halasek heard me, and she flips up a layup and good. Savage looking for some offensive momentum here. Just under 3 minutes left. Savage not seeing anything. They need to call timeout here. And she does. It'll be a full timeout for Coach Doris and his team, trying to gather themselves down 17 here in the fourth. We'll take a timeout with them. Don't go anywhere. You're watching SNU basketball here at SNUathletics.com. Welcome back to SUathletics.com. Storm holding with the ball. Savage trying to inbound. She's got Boyd running around on the corner, but she had Plunkett streaking to the goal, but she overthrows it. Goes out of bounds. Back to Oklahoma Christian. Storm looking to implement a press here. And Coach Doris had a late sub. Olivia Chapman in for Plunkett. Savage. Storm still trying to press here. Get a turnover here. A little miscommunication there as Halasek dribbles up free, and Abby Boyd able to tip the pass and stop a possible three-point opportunity for the Eagles. Coach Stephanie Finley for the Eagles doing a great job of keeping her girls fresh for each quarter. Not letting anybody get fatigued and keeping them active hands and pressuring these Storm ball handlers. Olivia Chapman back out in the ball game. Chelsea Savage back in. Chelsea Savage looking to direct traffic here with just 2.5 minutes left, down 67-84. Trying to find some life and positive note here on this end of this game. She has Gaddis in the corner. Gaddis driving, gives it to Savage. Savage for a deep three. Oh, good. Shots just haven't been falling lately for the Storm in this second half. Halasek in the post, gives it to Clift. She gets fouled there by Danielle Gaddis. That'll be her fourth foul of the ball game. Sydney Hill set to check back in for the Eagles. Give Natty Clift a breather here with just over 2 minutes left. Hicks in the corner. Tries to get it to Stanford. She gets fouled as the ball gets knocked away by Plunkett. That'll be the 5th team foul for the Storm, and the Eagles be shooting free throws for the last 2 minutes of the game. One thing that just kind of resonated with me in this game is the Storm had some hot shooting in the first half. Went up 7, 46-39, and then the Eagles just went on a tear. I'm guessing Coach Finley gave them some great pointers and how to pace the game and play at their pace and force the Storm into some errors and take some errant shots. Chelsea Savage 3 is up and good.
Yeah,
Storm looking to press here, but Eagles able to break it easily as Daisha Gonzalez gets fouled by Savage, and she'll head back to the free throw line.
like we had a really good, strong first half shooting ball, but then the second half we just could not make a shot. Just everything we took was rolling in and out for us.
Absolutely. One thing that stood out was Mackenzie Stanford shooting 10 of 19 from the floor for 28 points and 7 out of 8 free throws. Sydney Hill with 13 points and 9 assists, a near double-double. Hannah Halasek with 13 points and 5 rebounds. Daisha Gonzalez now with 15 points and 5 boards as well. Doing a great job on both ends of the floor. Shot there's no good, and ball goes sailing out of bounds. Back to the Eagles. Coach Dorr sends in Olivia Chapman for defensive purposes. Sarah Parker and Asia Martin back in the ball game. Minute 43 left in the ball game. Storm down 70-88. Looking to end on a positive note, possibly get some turnovers and some buckets here. Make the game a little closer. So we got a foul in the backcourt on LaShaver Plunkett against Sarah Parker. Sarah Parker at the foul line for her third and fourth free throws with 11 points on 4 of 8 shooting. A common theme here for both teams, it seems to be the tale of two halves as Storm out firing at 55%, but now down to 42% for the game. And the Eagles up to 52% for the game. Haven't hit that many threes, just 6 out of 20. Storm at 8 of 26, but they started 6 of 12, so they're just 2 of 4 for the last 14 three-pointers. And haven't been able to get to the foul line, just 4 of 6 shooting. We knew Oklahoma Christian was able to get to the foul line at 18 a game and able to make it interesting, keep the players in foul trouble. Shavis Plunkett's shot is up and no good. As Daisha Gonzalez tries to advance the ball at the floor, she gets fouled by, I believe, Abby Boyd on a reach.
It's been a really high-scoring game, though. It's probably the most high-scoring game I've seen all year in this building by women.
That'll be the 4th foul for Boyd. Dorneman and Allman set to check back in after this first free throw by Gonzalez. Free throw is up and no good off the side of the rim. Danielle Gaddis and Shayra Plunkett will take a seat. With a minute 23 left, Storm down 20 now, 70-90. things just went away for the Storm. The shots just weren't falling. That was the difference of the game. And the Eagles were able to push the pace, get the ball inside to their stellar players in the post, and Stanford and Parker. Abby Boyd getting the ball in the wing, couple pump fakes, fires up a three. Up no good. Rebound cleared by Stanford. Sydney Hill pushing, trying to find somebody and just not get fouled and try to ice this game. She attacks the goal and gets fouled by Dorneman. That'll be her third foul. As the Storm have been out of fouls for quite some time now. That's 14. If you're keeping track at home, ladies and gentlemen. Sydney Hill's first free throw's up and good.
Oklahoma Christian just has yet to make a foul happen.
Emma Gady now in for the Eagles. Free throw's no good. Ashley Hutch is going to take a three of her own. Up and good. She's been hitting today. Another first Bethany Bank of Trust three. Asia Martin trying to break the press. She goes over to Hill in the corner. They'll go over to Gady. They're just whipping the ball around trying to ice this game. 40 seconds left in the ball game. Stanford with a hesitation dribble flips it over to Gady for three. No good. Dorneman almost able to clear the rebound, but gets taken away from her by Stanford. But it goes off Stanford and goes to the Stormers' favor. Sarah Parker checking back into the ball game. Mackenzie Stanford a breather. Towards the end of this game, likely to be her last minutes of the ball game. Having a great game for her team with 28 points. Abby Boyd for three. Yes, sir. Nope. Another first Bethany Bank of Trust three for Abby Boyd. Sydney Hill getting pressured by Boyd and Barry. Flips over to Gady, but is able to break the press and give it over to Parker.
Looks like they will hold on the last 10 seconds to milk the clock out.
And who better to have the ball in the hands with than Sydney Hill, having a stellar game for her team tonight. She was able to total 14 points and 9 assists. Storm dropped to 2-4. And the Eagles go up to 3-7 as they break their 5-game road losing streak. Next game up for the Crimson Storm will be on the road here. This is their last home game of the semester. They go to Central Oklahoma on December 17th for the last game of the semester. Before the break, that game will tip off at 7 o'clock. They're back here next semester, January 7th, against Arkansas Monticello at 5:30. We will be here with the broadcast, as always. Don't go anywhere. We'll have the interview with the head coach, Derek Doris, in just a couple. You're watching SNU basketball here at SNUathletics.com.